Well. Welcome to Fear-mongering radio. We spread fear and cheer throughout the world. We went and got a new tree at Menards. The guy asked me about fear-mongering radio and SPAC, and I said, I got this shirt from the guy. I have no idea who he is, but he lives in Minnesota. Go check him out. He said, I will. I always wear my fear-mongering shirt, and on back says, we don't speculative sports, we don't talk fancy sports, we don't live with our mother. We don't live in the basement. I look at the calendar. We're recording this on the 18th day of the 5th month of the 2025 campaign. 5 months away until lovely and talented Christmas. Begging at the time of our lives. Got the convertible out yesterday, ran through the car wash, cleaned all my piggy stuff out of there, put the top down the way back from the Minneapolis-St. Paul airport. She's all cleaned up and ready to rock and roll. Put away the four-wheel drive. It's a wonderful, beautiful, sexy, beautiful, unbelievable, great day to be alive. Where I can see, I can hear, I can feel pain. I live in the great country of the United States of America where people are dying in the oceans and the deserts to come here, taking jobs nobody wants. People aren't going to work for the pig farmers. They're not going to work. People, American citizens, they're not going to clean up after you in some hotels. Too many punks live off the government and then bitch. Get a job, ask for an application. Made some gear this weekend. Did some chowing on the Adventure Channel. I'm Dave 25. I want to have a special shout out to Aaron Hernandez, the gangster, Mr. Hernandez. Came on and called out the hate watchers and Dave 25, who soon will be in the Huskow. Did a few over there on the Adventure Channel. I'm going to go over and listen to them in the car. 65 degrees, 60 degrees. It's weekend. It's green grass and high tides forever. I can't see the trail. Next neighbor bought a boat. Someone repoed on it. I invited myself on it. Go to Bryant Lake. Call me and I'll go with you. I'll fish. Get my license and we'll go fishing. Bitch. Bitch please. Bitch please. Bitch Boy Radio. We should have more time for more podcasts. I love podcasts. Yeah, I love it. My favorite thing to do next to smoking marijuana, right? In group sex, a bunch of lesbians. I speak to you in English. Yes. In a free country. Where I can go from state to state without papers. Because we are protected by our military and the armed forces. And we all know the brown shirts in 1921. And Hitler in 1939, September 1st, went to Poland and kicked some ass. And of course, Japan, I've always said, had to invade us. And one was supposed to end all wars, but that kicked off in 1939. We soon liberated New Japan, not once but twice. They apologized to the mighty Mo. We did storm those beaches, and we did snap the necks of the crowd, so we freed the Jews and everybody else. But remember, I guess that didn't happen, you know. Called brainwashing. It's also called gaslighting. You know it's a lie, but remember, it's not a lie just as long as you believe it to be the truth. Like 1 and 2, forgotten. Vietnam, 52,000 plus men and women were sacrificed for I have no idea what. Many wars. They all hate us. They all want to come here, right? 9/11 victims. Domestic violence. Men and women in blue. Bulls the size of oak trees. But who are these men and women up in the sky, out at sea, in the deserts? 20 on. Not 20 on 4, but 24/7. Air Force, Army, and the Marines, the Navy, and the Merchant National Coast Guard. In and out of uniform, we thank you so much for your service to all the wars. I don't give a damn if you're just cutting the lawn, doing paperwork, whatever you do in the cog. Thank you so much. Pulling the trigger and sending those souls to the gates of hell. Appreciate your service. God bless the working class, and God bless America. Great country that it is. Are your choices in life we always talk about, right? I don't want people beat up on people. I just don't. That's not my style. My jam is it. I like jam on my bread. I like jam. Tonight we're having turkey and gravy, and we're gonna have turkey dinner tonight. Mashed potatoes. I don't know if she's gonna want to go out on the deck or not. She's been a Nancy girl today. We went for a walk with the Brad around the block before Aaron Hernandez went live. But if you don't like two men having consensual grunting, hair pulling, screaming, hollering up the old Hershey Avenue and maybe getting airtight with another man, I mean, to me now it's $40 with the rise of inflation and other behaviors, I guess. Give me some Odella or something, some Grannies and Palmer's Bar. I want to buy it. Open back up again. I call it Somali Avenue. Call it Sarasota the Hater Club, the He-Man Haters Club. Closed. There used to be 86 out of there. Had you on the wall. I think I got interrupted when he called me, but that Chinese place in Mopkins. If you post a bad check, they'd post on the wall. Say, guess what? Made a poor choice. But if you don't like those two men I just spoke of, guess what? You can't watch two women. It is not a very Christian thing to be doing. Nope. Not a very Christian thing to be doing at all, whatsoever. Can't staple a man to a fence and then go on YouTube and watch two women and choke your chicken and spread your seed on the ground. Wrong. But if you're going to have sex, kids now out all the time, of course. Over 21. A condom on. Prevent AIDS unless you're Magic Johnson. I guess you don't have AIDS. A bull-faced lying there on line now like Pete Rose, right? But if you have sex, protect the penis. Women, protect your ovaries. You carry the groceries. The child's long gone. Long gone. George of the Devil Destroyers. Jimmy Schuler, Buddy Leach, Jeff Simon, Billy Bob, and Jimmy Schuler. I've said them all board members for this board. Prevent AIDS, herpes, like I said, unwanted children. He pumps you full and runs off. Now all of a sudden, there's babies right now that were conceived spring break that will be available for adoption end of December and January. Adoption's the option. Okay? And also, don't drink and drive. Please call someone, or you will murder somebody. Pick up the phone. Thank you so much. That is a public service announcement myself and all the board members of Speculation Sports that are domestic and abroad that have took the oath. We always appreciate that behavior. Yes, you triggered Barium exposure. He's more hilarious than BlindViews. Yep. It's true. It was fun to trigger him. It is what it is. It is what it will be. But welcome to the audio addiction on the video platform. As my voice rumbles and rambles and runs through your head. I appreciate even Mr. Exposure guy triggering his young ass and deleting the video again, taking it down. He's a Nancy boy. He is a Nancy boy. Well, let's go look over here. Where are we going to go here now? Let's go over here. This one right here. Mr. Danley. It's a Nancy boy. But yes, here we are. Fear-mongering radio on a beautiful Sunday night. I'm loaded for bear tomorrow morning. Like I said, we're a little turkey and gravy, and I requested it. And appreciate you watching the videos here on the video platform here on the Explorer. I have the Adventure channel. I want to go there and watch it as well. I appreciate anybody that subs to the channel. Appreciate it very, very much. I might call Marky Mark. We'll get Marky on and see if he can trigger, just some triggering, and we'll get him on here and hit me with your best shot exposure, you know. Barium, he was all mad and upset and frightened and triggered, whining, pissing and moaning. Can't even say Cowpote, 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 Cowpote. He's a Nancy boy. He's a beta cock. He's also a petulant little child. He loves to criticize, but you can't criticize him. Right, Mr. Exposure? I have a very good friend of mine. Does a lot of concerts. He's a promoter in town here. Very good friend of Kate Oak Ridge. I guess I could say, listen, I got a buddy of mine. His wife likes Pat Benatar, and he would say, well, who's promoting? And I could get him front row, even a backstage, a meter. And he could get a picture with her and put up, and you know, I could say, listen, I got a guy who's a petulant little child, and his wife loves Pat Benatar. Can you give him a backstage meet and greet? Can you do me a big flavor? Probably could. Let's talk about Sarasota Tim coffee, drama, cowboy coffee. I know what that means. My nickname's Cowboy. I know what that is. It's black coffee. People drank black coffee in the old days. My grandpa and grandmother along path because it was they drank it black because cream and sugar cost money. So I saw the clip on Sage. And BlindViews talked about, of course, but remember, BlindViews doesn't listen to Tim, so why are you commenting line then or line now? I've seen 3 videos of Timmy. I watched the bike one, and I just like, really? Because BlindViews put one out again today. Again, doesn't watch the guy, boy, but he knows everything about him. The brown shirt knows everything about it. The flake blonde guy. He kind of explained himself in one video. I'm waiting. I want to bring it down. I want a full triggered live stream from his young ass. The brown shirts. So I guess he got some. So T-Bucket Tammy said something in the video, and about throwing it in the person's face, which is it's just I get it, man. You're I don't know. People love doing that stuff. I've seen plenty of videos that have thrown food back at people. If you did it at my restaurant, you would never come to my restaurant again. So they're all talking about it. It's a lot of it's just he took it out and someone got it. So T-Bucket probably was pissed that she said it, but it's not something I would say. When I'm in character mode, I don't ever say anything racial or racist or anything. I've never been like that. Johnny J. Utah or man, Pedro, man. I don't say anything racial. I wouldn't say anything that would be stupid like that. So the coffee thing is a big thing, and New York Dan, the solo flyer that he is, the loner of YouTube, who goes on cruises by himself. Which I still to this day let him call the show, explain that. Being a loner going on cruises, it's just I don't know. I still don't understand that. I mean, I've eaten alone, but I've been on vacation for business, but I surely wouldn't go on a whole cruise on the Walmart special. Speaking of Walmart, I see the hunch is telling Walmart to eat the tariffs. Yeah, okay. He's all mad at ABC because they're calling him out. Again, that's the brown shirts, man. When you get people talking negative about you, you want to take them out. He can't handle that in the old 747 that he wants. And not a vibe from a country that before. Remember, he said that they were a terrorist town. Hey, real quick, I did get some downloads today on Spreaker. We have all 54 Chrome. Sarasota Tim boring on that one 100 days. That's up to 8 all of a sudden, just like that. So kind of weird. But let my people go. Usual. United States, Canada, Sweden, Japan, Netherlands, Australia, Spain, United Kingdom, Kenya, Denmark, Finland, South Korea, Norway, and Pakistan. United States, usual. California, UK, the lower Minnesota, North Carolina, New York, Pennsylvania, the Ohio, Virginia, Arizona, Arizona, South Carolina, and Illinois, city of organized crime. Let's see, Chicago. So Minnesota is 3 times. Illinois, I guess it's Chicago. Up in New York, Queens, welcome. White Plains, very nice. Virginia is Vinton. Indian Trail twice, thank you so much, in North Carolina. Lakewood, California. Someone's Fremont 38 times, in Los Angeles 13 times. So someone's putting my stuff on something, on some another. Because when I look at all my stuff here, last 12 months, and let me see all the sources. There's a bunch. There's 22, I think it is, total, with YouTube that I put up on autos and play. So there's been a bunch. Chrome is the big one. It carries a 428. iHeart is on there too as well. But Savari, Spotify pays me. I appreciate that as well. All the people that come to the show and save trolls. Singapore was 49 times. They were doing a bunch for a while. South Carolina, West Columbia, and Lakewood. I have no NFL South Carolina. Almost all the states are bingoed on Free Bangla Radio. Almost all of them are bingoed. It's kind of cool to look at it. But let my people go is 10 times Israel. But yeah, it's always cool to look at that. But anyways, we always appreciate you coming to the audios. I really, really do. They come and enjoy the show and say, this will be out in the morning. We appreciate the views. The Karl calls out BlindViews, dies on his feet. He did. But anyways, yeah, this has been a big drama. And it is funny that Karl took a run at him. It's hilarious. I thought that was absolutely hilarious. Because BlindViews, that's the way he sees it. I don't know if he would actually speak our names because he's too much a ballless to say anything substantial, right? But it was pretty good stuff. It was a great video. It was epic, and the response down below that he's making fun of blind people and whatever else, and it's like, come on, man. He's a grown-ass man. I hope you're happy with yourself. It's like, grow up. It's not a big deal. So I think it's hilarious. Taking on. Let's see if Mark's in the building. Let's get Marky on here. He's always a good call. Let's trigger somebody, shall we? Let's see if Mark's on here. Mark, we're coming for you. See if he's available. That's too bad. Good to have him on. Damn you, Mark. I want to do some triggering. Mark. Nope, not around. Disappointing of his behaviors. Disappointment is all around us. No Mark to trigger his boy. Barium exposure. Because he did. It's funny, to the one down. Sarasota. Bozo Clown Show spin-offs are great. 1 hour. Oh, so he's Bozo the Clown Show spin-offs are great. We did a video, so Bozo the Clown Show spin-offs are great. He's back in the saddle. We took down the one that he bitched about me. Did a review on Pat Benatar, my retirement entertainment. That's your retirement entertainment? Really? Yeah, I commented another one where I said, quit your crying or something. So I think he took that one down too as well. He was whining about that Mark was a drunk or something. So he took that one down, I think, too as well. So he's just too easy to trigger. So Bozo the Clown Show. In the garage, looking down at the camera, getting triggered. That video was so hilarious. You talked about me. How you talked about me? How could you talk about me? I'm a petulant little child. I'm a Nancy boy. Don't you talk about me. I'm the biggest Pat Benatar concert ever in my life, man. I put up a sneak peek, and I just love the lady, and I used my wife as a hall pass. I am the Pat Benatar fan. I threw her under the bus, and then I got called out by the man in Arizona. And then Cowpote, he put up an audio with an echo, and I just couldn't handle it. I was so mad and arrogant. I'm here in the garage. I'm retired like I'm in Maya, and I get so triggered that I can't handle it, man. I someday want to be respected, and I want to be Miss Viggy. Morning. I want to be in there and say, hey, man, this is Barium Exposure here. Quit Mark, quit making fun of me. Quit putting up videos, and you're just drunk and couch. It's just a weirdo. I'm just a Nancy boy. I want people to like me too. I want people to get along with me. I'm just a nice person. I'm an angry white man, just like BlindViews. That's the way he hears it. BlindViews. That's the way he hears it. And I don't like getting picked on. Here we go. Well. Thanks for calling the show.
Yes. I was a little busy.
It's okay.
Moment, and now I'm okay.
I was just talking about your boy Barium Exposure, and I was just doing a little crying. So I'm glad you came on the show. Walk the show. You having a good Sunday?
Yeah. I was just made a video. That's all. I was talking about Barium too. So.
Oh, did you? Yeah. So
he's a little triggered over your episodes there, your videos.
It was he? I just see he put one up. Sarasota Tim's Bozo the Clown Show.
Yo, I don't understand that one. I was just very shortly talking about it. He gets on there. I think what it is he's a little upset that nobody's paying attention to him. Not even in the live chats.
So you said
go on there, and like I said, he said something about you that he's your whipping boy now on this Vicky's live chat today, and nobody even responded to him at all.
Oh, really?
He had his comment up there for quite a while too. So, and then he was on BlindViews the other day on the live chat, and nobody said anything to him either.
Oh, really? Did he say something about me and you or something? What did he do?
No, he just said in BlindViews, he says that something about GA's hating on me or something like that. Something to that effect. And
not hating on you.
And nobody said anything to him. Didn't even say hi to him or anything. So
he's just
that was it. So nobody's giving him any love.
It's just like the movie. I quoted the movie. It's a great movie. It's Gene Hackman's in it. And the hell was it movie again? Birdcage, and they get caught in the gay bar, and then she goes, "We have to go."
Yeah.
And she goes, "What about me? What about me?" And she's crying. Gee, look at you making your mother cry. We can't be here with this gay couple. And she's going to leave, and they end up getting caught, and they end up getting married. But he reminds me of her.
Yeah.
What about me? Why don't people talk to me? And it's like, it's just like I used to be on a Melissa Etheridge message board years ago. I used to see her a lot in concert, and I loved it because people would talk. You would discuss the concert, and this chick left the message board because when she'd put up like a post, she would have maybe one or two responses. This just sucks. It's like, well, it was nothing, but she would get mad because no one would talk to her.
Right.
Because she'd get mad. That's how he is. He's not a net, but I think he's a loner. He doesn't really have. I think his whole outlet is YouTube and whatever time he has with his wife. And I enjoy making content, but I also work for a living and go to work and do things. And to me, it's a lot of fun. I just did Aaron Hernandez one. I screwed around with his for 25 minutes and had some fun calling out some people, having just some fun with his voice, But the one he did another one on you. He called you a drunk, and I commented on that one. He took that one down too as well.
Oh yeah, well the one today he put up was basically like, poor me. He gets all upset and he says, "Don't you guys know?" or something. I don't need to make. Basically, what he's saying is he doesn't make money on YouTube. He doesn't need to because he got to retire early. He's got stocks. He's got investments and all this stuff. And I don't need no 1099 form, and I don't need to make $20,000 off of YouTube a year. And I'm going like, what?
You don't make 20 grand.
I don't remember anybody saying anything about his finances or anything like that. But see, like you said, I think he's a loner. He doesn't have friends,
right?
And he needs some kind of outlet to talk to somebody.
Yep.
And he scours YouTube all day because he was. I was surprised because I only found Miss Vicky one this morning by accident, and he popped right up there. So it's like, wow, it's kind of crazy.
That's his outlet. It's just like a small town. When I travel for the job, we're doing some job out in a small town. I get at a gas station and walk in. There's usually 5 or 6 people older than me and you sitting around drinking coffee, and that's the social hour. So his social hour is a chat room. So that's what he was when he was in that room with her. That was his chat room. And then people turned on him, so he does a video. I've seen that many, many times. Like when I do a live stream a lot, very rarely, people get mad because I don't really talk to my chat room. I might say hello, but I don't sit there and, like BlindViews, that's his social hour too as well when he does his live stream. Hello, how you doing? He greets everybody at the door like a maitre d'. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's what he does.
He can waste minutes right there, time.
Yep.
That's how he does it. He does that just to waste the minutes away, so people get time to do that, and then he can stretch it on out and not have to really go into any real content or anything.
Correct.
So that's what he does.
But that was just the video. The other video that he called you that you were inebriated and he couldn't really pronounce it. He was all with his hands, and I commented, "Quit your crying." But then that one went down too as well. He pulled that one.
I think. Well, I copied the one from today again too. So I got both of them.
Because the other one that I happened to see like 9 days ago, like, okay, let's do it. And he went. He didn't, of course, can't say to you, like, hey, Mark, you're nothing but a drunk. Because you're the only one that drinks, so he was ripping on you. So he was just saying, hey, Mark. What's wrong? I mean, he's too afraid to say names. He's just, I'm a name guy. I'll call you out if I'm going to call. I've called you out before about dying on your feet. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's just like with Karl, died on his feet. Took a run at BlindViews. That was a great video. What was your thoughts on that? That was
wow.
Good.
Wow. I was kind of stunned in a way. I was honest, I was like, wow, Karl did that? I was like, what possessed him to do that? I was just kind of thinking, you know, but yeah, he was correct on it. I mean, yeah, you can like the guy and all, but he was basically critiquing his show, you know, and you know, like I said in the video I just did, I was just saying again in it, I says, hey, I would rather watch Nomadic Fanatic and Mikey, you know, and give them the views, because they are at least putting out some kind of content on there that's entertaining, compared to BlindViews doing his hate on hate all the time.
That's all he does.
And that's all it is. It's the same thing. He's just feeding hate.
Yep.
And there's that certain kind of person out there they just love it.
Yeah, that's people love that's been like the, I mean, Boogie 2998. You could type his name in. People have talked about him endlessly. I don't think he's done much lately. Boogie hasn't, but people would talk about Boogie all the time. And who cares? The guy is a bold-faced liar. His whole persona is a lie. Why would you waste good suffering? I did listen to Nomadic Fanatic today in my ear at work, and because they about the door, and I listened to, you know, about the door, and he was whining about it. And he is. I talked about it that he was. I said in my video that he was living there rent free. Whatever the word is, whatever the word I use in the audio, he is living there for free. I mean, he's living off this guy for a while until, you know, whatever he moves on to something more substantial. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, I mean, he might be staying there for free, but I mean, my whole thing was to BlindViews is, what is it of your business if he's there? Maybe he is throwing the guy a few bucks. Right. I don't know. Maybe he doesn't think it's that important to put in his videos to say, hey, guess what? I'm making sure I pay him. You know, I mean, it's just like, and he's just wrapped because BlindViews is jealous. That's what it is.
Absolutely.
He's just so jealous. But he's great enough to take all the money from the government, and I'm not saying that he shouldn't get something from the government, but hey, you can't have it both ways. You know, if you're going to rat on somebody, I don't know. It's just, you know, I mean, I believe in him. If he's disabled and everything, he should get something. But that might change now. That's the thing. If you get into the politic thing, you know, it's a possibility.
Right.
That he might have to. I don't know how you're going to do it, but the requirements are for some people, disability is that you have to go work somewhere to collect some of that. But yeah, that's out in the out there.
But you've got Barium exposure. You've got he can tell to sit there and say you talked about me, and it was just this about me. It was so hilarious that conversation we had. He played back my stuff, and I appreciate that. And and it was just, I just laugh. It's like, wow, man.
Well, you know, like I said, you can't have a conversation, you know, on a show. You know, it's like anything. If you go on to any of these late night shows, you know, and people talk on there, and you know, it might be controversial and all. You think the person you're talking about is going to call into the show and get all upset or whatever? Right. I mean, you know, it's just a big. Yeah, he must not have much to do. You know, I mean, he must scour the internet all the time or something.
Well, this will trigger him when you're on today, because he's got nothing better to do. He doesn't like the reverb and the music in the back. Whatever, it's called a podcast. I know it's an old school podcast. There's no commercials. You're listening to it on the fly. I'm on a mixer. No, it does not mix drinks. Okay, but he just, whatever he calls it. It's called fear mongering radio. We spread fear and cheer throughout the world here. You know what I'm saying? So
right. I like the one you did today. The Aaron Hernandez.
Yeah.
that was good. I like the voice on it. I like the. Anyways, I just like that.
Those are fun. I was when I did the Bill Clinton's voice. I did not have sexual relations with that woman, Lewinsky. Right. I knew Zane. He was a very good friend of mine. We knew each other through Blog Talk. I think he was 15 at the time. We were very good friends, and we did a lot of shows. I met him in Chicago when we won the Lord Stanley. We're still friends to this day. I think he's 27. He's confined to a wheelchair. Just a great kid. But he goes, you know, you always talk about the gangster, that voice. Why don't you just change the Bill Clinton show to Gangster Sports? So I changed it, and people were sending me emails that they thought it was actually Aaron Hernandez. And people were pissed at, are you sending him a phone in jail? So when he died that day, I remember my wife goes, you better sit down. And I go, what? She goes, the gangster was found. I go, what? I was so bummed out when he died, and I was so mad because I was getting so many views on the show. It was a gas to do it because it's a very simple voice to do. So and it's fun to do it. Aaron Hernandez and the boys when I get a chance. The Haggy rants one's fun to do when I get a chance. It's fun to do it in a character mode. But when I do character mode, I don't get prejudiced. I don't do anything. I don't say anything I wouldn't say in my regular voice. Just I don't use that excuse to be a prejudiced pig. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But that Baron was funny when he pissed. He could just when he did that video, you could tell he was so pissed. He was so mad that you talked about me, yeah?
Yeah, it's like, you talk about me, well, you talk about Tim. I said today, everybody's back. It's like somebody came in and Tim went and watered the flower pot, and all these flowers come popping up. Everybody came out of their woodwork again and started talking about him. And I said, hey, Tim's pretty smart. I think he triggered everybody to come out and talk about it, and they did.
Exactly, because it's all about what's the word I've used? Not brainwashing, but it's called what's it? Triggering somebody, but there's another word it's called, but that whatever the hell the word is. But they did that on purpose because this like the bike faking thing, whatever the word is, I've used before. I know you. I'm trying to think that
the
word that I've used before, but he likes.
You gaslight.
Yeah, he gaslighted you guys. She did that on purpose to say that, and then all of a sudden, oh crap! But he likes to say things on purpose, just like Donald Trump does the same thing. He'll say things in the media to trigger the lefties, to piss them off. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And I just. Yeah, go ahead.
It's the same thing, and that's what Sarasota Tim does. And it's what the next controversy. You'll come out and say something. BlindViews will come out and say about it, and about the cowboy coffee, and she was going to throw it in someone's face. I highly doubt it. It's just like where the Comey found that thing on the beach allegedly. He did it himself. It says 8647. You made it yourself, and the hunch didn't know what it meant. He was told what it was meant.
I know. They did the same thing to Biden. They did the 8646.
You can still go on YouTube and find it. I mean, on eBay and find it. You can find a sticker. So it isn't like it's something that hasn't been done before. You know what I'm saying?
His PR team is just doing that. They're doing it to get all this.
Yeah, feel sorry for me because then he's and then he's all mad at ABC because they're ripping on the plane. He can't handle it. And he's all mad about that. He's all pissed off. He's because it's what did Hitler do? Hitler got rid of any descendants of didn't like him. And that's exactly what the hunch is doing. He's pissed at the media. Look at Walmart. He doesn't want them to eat the
tariffs.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's just like the tariffs even. It's like, come on. I mean, everything's gone up. I was going to say something about BlindViews steak he buys over there in Costco. I looked at it the other day. It went up a whole $1 a pound.
Yep.
So, whole extra $1 a pound.
What's going to go up is bananas and grapes. All that stuff's going to go up as those tariffs. We get majority of our fruits and vegetables from Mexico.
Right.
And there was a very good. I listened to a video on the way home from work when I was waxing my car. Go in the car wash. I got the convertible out today, so I was waxing, getting it out, just kind of cleaning it out. And I was listening to about lumber. Majority of lumber comes from Canada, and he goes, if you want to refire up the lumber, a lot of these. Let's say me and you had a lumber place. A lot of them have closed, and to fire them back up again, we have to hire people. It's a hard working job in lumber yards. It's not as easy as me and you opening a Burger King and hiring people to work at a Burger King. It's hard, long work to bring down trees. You know what I'm saying? So we get majority of our wood, but there is a way to build houses. There's 3D printing. I saw a video on that the other day where they can build houses that are really good at 3D printing. So you can do that. I think if you grind up plastic, you can probably make houses a solid place. So you can make houses without the lumber and make them good quickly. With the 3D printing, it's a very good video about it. They're in California, and 2 people can build a house. 3 to 2 people, they run the machine, and they quickly can make it, and a lot of retirees love it. So there are ways, but the point the guy was trying to say, he goes, I agree with the hunch. It'd be nice to bring things back here. But you just can't. Me and you just can't fire up our old logging thing and hire people. It's going to be immigrants, because it's long to take the trees down, to cut them up. The mills have been closed. It's just and it's just like digging for gold. It's not as easy as you think it is. I mean, it's out there, but you got to dig for it. And oil drill, baby, drill. Okay, people aren't going to pay for the infrastructure in Alaska. They're not going to pay for it because it takes too much to get out there. And pretty soon, as oil goes down, it's not worth to go get it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's just like, let's say gold went down tomorrow, plummeted, because Russia has more gold they know what to do with. All of a sudden, why you digging for something that's not worth it? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So this drill baby drill is just, it's counterproductive, because the stock market loves it when oil's high. When it goes low, they get pissed because then stocks go down, because people make money on oil.
Yeah.
So
this one is. I don't know if it's the Murphy or whatever. Just this last week, they came out and they downgraded U.S. credit.
I saw that. I listened to that this morning. Went down 0.5 point.
Yeah, which is not good, because we've never been down. We were at with AAA, I think, and now we're in A1 or something like that, and that's not good. That's terrible.
But he will not admit he's wrong about the tariffs. He's had in his mind that the tariffs are taken in by the government. That was his whole thing. Is that no, they don't, you moron. The people at the dock, if me and you, there's one guy that has a bottle company, whatever he has, and he does something. He goes, Mom, my stuff's going to go up 30% because I get majority of my bottles from China.
I think it's the same guy. I saw he had a shipment coming from, he does some kind of oil or something. I can't figure out what it was. And he said, I have a whole C-van or more coming from China, and he was afraid that his was going to be affected by the tariffs they had. It was going to be way too much, and come to find out, the boat was already on the water before those extreme tariffs went into effect. But there's a YouTuber. He works in the lumber industry up in, I think, Washington or Oregon. He lives up, and he likes to do a lot of the financial stuff he talks about. And he sees it all the time. He sees from the lumber mills. Lumber mills are not going to ramp back up until they get an order in that's, viable to them to do that. So they're going to stay down. And so when he says, when you see lumber go,
Karl, keep talking. I'm going to the bathroom. Keep talking. I'm going to go to the bathroom. Yeah. Keep talking.
Okay, he just says, it's just that way. It's just, he says, if the lumber mills don't, that's where the big viability of it. They saw it go down during COVID and everything like that. So it's just crazy out there. It's just crazy right now. I don't know. He won't admit to the tariffs at all. So it's going to hurt us all. It's going to hurt all the businesses and stuff like that. So it's just something else. I don't know. He also what was it about? Talking about, I don't know. It was something else about the tariffs. I can't even remember now.
How's it feel to have your own personal podcast there for 20 seconds?
Oh man, well, I was struggling. So.
No, it's okay. I've learned to talk to myself for 17 years, so you got to learn to have it's a gift of gab. I do NFL shows all the time with my friend, like Aaron Hernandez. When you do it, you're talking to yourself. I mean, you just like when I've done the Haggy rants with Karl, because Karl knows how to play along with the voice, and my friend of mine I used to do Aaron Hernandez with Ted the Talking Head, and he gets it so creepy to do with you because of the voice, and I go, you gotta have that, be able to do the character, just like being in a movie. You know what I'm saying? You're with an actor and you're acting as a character with somebody else. Same kind of thing. But I'm surprised. See, BlindViews won't talk about the tariffs because he knows it's wrong. He won't talk about the plane either because he knows that the plane looks really stupid for his buddy, the Hunch. You know what I'm saying?
They'll go on there, and they'll talk about all this stuff when Biden was there, and then he'll go and they'll do all this and that and that. But then, as soon as things go sour, just like when he says, well, yeah, we're going to be getting that. He said something to me. He says, yeah, well, you know what? When we get our $3,000 check, and I don't want to see you cashing yours. Then when we get it, that's when they went around and said, "Oh yeah, everybody's going to get $3,000 stimulus check," and it's like, get out of here, I knew it wasn't, it's just. Oh, they never said anything when it didn't receipt come in. That was back in March, I think.
The original stimulus checks we got from the COVID, we still have those in bank account. We have not spent those at all. We still have those.
Right. But this is the ones during Trump when he came in, and there was a rumor going around that Elon Musk was going to put out these stimulus checks and everything. Hey, they did go back. They finally they didn't admit, but it came out. I was listening to the Social Security guy who has a show every day, and he said it. He says, "Hey, I tell him, Elon Musk was saying, there's like 20 million people that are still on the payrolls and all, and they were looking at something in there, and they said that, and they says they didn't know what they were even looking at. They don't know what they're looking at, and it was proven through an audit and everything that that's those old people in there, and it has nothing to do with it. So there was no correction or anything.
Right, but BlindViews ran with that, and it was false. He ran with that lie.
Oh yeah, but they won't come back and say anything now. They go. There's like crickets in there. The thing doesn't go their way, or if it's wrong, yeah.
But see, just like this jet drama is still kind of out there. He needs he needs some kind of distraction. He needs something to distract. So something will come along here in a week or so. If you ever watched the movie Wag the Dog, Wag the Dog, it's a movie about, and they wanted distractions. They created a fake war in Ukraine, actually, to distract from it's a great movie. It's called Wag the Dog, I think it's called, and they distracted a fake war in another country to distract from the problems. You know what I'm saying? It was a pretty good movie. It's just,
and they do. I mean, these are true things, like you said. They come up with something else. It can't be too controversial, but it's got to be something about.
What's the next thing? Can be outrage. Maybe we get a mass shooting or something, and whatever. That's what they want, is some kind of a thing.
Well, it's like the Comey thing. That's
yeah, but that was quick. That was quick. That was a quick little thing. You need something that the whole nation is going to see on front page. I saw the Comey thing. That kind of went away real quick. He made a big thing about it, but you need something. This jet thing is continuing to be talked about, because when he went to the Middle East to all the terrorist nations, and the hunch they know the hunch loves everything is nice and big, so they made a big thing with the red vehicles and the camels and this really nice place, and he's hunched forward. He can't sit up straight. He hunches. The man cannot sit up straight. He just doesn't know how to. I don't understand that, man, because he's sitting with the king, and the king's back in his chair, and he's plunged forward like this. Well,
he's probably saying. Yeah, he's probably saying, I don't want to be here. Yep. Why did I have to come here? Yep. All I wanted is that jet. Why couldn't they fly it to me?
You're absolutely right. He does that.
He's probably going to make a deal there,
When he walked up on a stage with this African-American chick when he was running for the president, and it was unfriendly territory, and he walked up on the stage just hunched over, and he got mad at her right away because she asked him a question, and he got really, really mad at her because she asked him some hard questions, and he hunched his way up to the stage. I don't want to be here, because he did it just because to get votes, but he tried to, he hates it when he gets, that's a bad question. No, it's a question. Answer the goddamn question. He hates that. He hates that when people ask him questions. Just like with Barium exposure, he's got very thin skin. Mr. Exposure, he's got very, very thin skin. He can't handle it. He can't handle it. You talked about him. You talked about him. You can't talk about me.
He says, you talked about my wife. You brought my wife, and I said, all I said was, hey, you're going up there with your wife or something like that. I don't know her name or anything. I mean, what else going to say? Your girlfriend or something? You took your girlfriend up there or what? So
I think he threw his wife under the bus. It was actually him. I think he used the lovely wife as the excuse to go.
Of course, dude. Just like just like the hunch does.
Yeah,
he's for whatever.
Yeah, the hunch. He threw his wife under the bus, the poor young lady, to claim that she was wanting to go where he wanted to go see Pat Benatar. So he used his lovely wife to go up there to see Pat Benatar, and then his retirement thing. So then he got all bitter because that your video of making fun was. I guarantee it. When he saw that video, he probably just went off the deep end. Because he called the other video that I commented on, he called you a drunk. I'm like, and he was all pissed off. He was just that you were
used to it now.
No, I know, but it was just like, really? He's all pissed because the grown ass man's drinking. You were inebriated or something. If he was, what's your business? He's a grown ass man. I mean, if you want to be drunk on screen, that's his business. That's another video. Quit your crying. But he took that one down. He likes to dirty delete. I call it dirty deleting, where you get because I mean Casey Gritz was on the show, and he goes, he likes to he likes to get all he rage quits, gets all mad. So he gets all mad and pissed off, but
God.
I think it's just he's all mad now because no one's, like you said, no one's talking about him, so no one cares about him, and he's mentioned me in the chat room. No one's talking about the guy, so.
Yeah, it's just like he's just like, hey, I'm over here. I'm just like the little guy over here in Michigan and everything, jumping up and down. Look at me over here, and everybody just like, don't even pay attention to him over there. He's too hot to touch, you know.
Oh my God, I thought that was just hilarious. That's hilarious that but the video that he called the second one, looking down. And you talk about me. It's just, oh, you poor little baby.
Yeah. He wanted to be real nice today, and he says, well, I feel sorry for all the people down there. They're going through all the rough times and the storms and everything. And, you know, we had some trouble up here, up in Upper Michigan a while back and all, and I'm thinking, first thing that came to my mind is, well, all those people down there, don't expect FEMA to come around because FEMA's done.
Yeah, they're not going to come around.
Nope, no more FEMA, so don't expect the federal government coming to any of those people's rescue.
Could you, God forbid, if BlindViews City was hit by like a really, let's say a tornado went through his city? God, I don't want that to happen. And he had a problem and a tornado took out part of his city? Sorry, Trump's not sending anybody to help you, young ass.
Nope. He says, yeah, I'm just going to give it back out to the states and all. Well, they don't have the funding, and he's not going to give that funding to them because they don't have nothing. Even I don't even know why they have a FEMA director anymore. It's just like, they don't have any money.
Well, yeah, because Tennessee just got raked over the coals. I saw videos, some drone videos. They just got raked over the coals, man. The whole city gets wiped out. And it's just, I hate to see it, but that's what our government's for. But the hunch isn't going to send anybody over there. He won't send anybody over there. He won't do it.
No. I mean, that's what the federal government's there is to assist just in case, because they've got the means. They've always got money. They've always got it. They can, that's all they have to do. But politics has played into it so deep now, so even worse. So
Well, I'm going to give Karl a call, and I appreciate you calling me back. I really, really do. It's always good to give him a little trigger and Barium exposure, but it's always fun to have you on because you're fun to talk about politics, and you can go back. I appreciate you holding it on the floor while I went to the bathroom. So
right. Well, tell Karl, I enjoyed that one. Tell him I was like, oh my God, I was a little shocked in a way. He went full force on that.
Well, he died in his feet, like I said in the audio. When I did the audio, he died in his feet. So it's a fact. But anyways, you tell the wife to say hello, and you have a great afternoon and a good evening, good week. Okay, we'll talk to you along the way. Okay?
All right, you too.
Thanks, Mark.
Talk to you later.
There he goes, Mark. He's always a good shit to have on. I'm going to get Karl on here, and then we're going to be out of here. I'm going to get Karl. I'm going to call Karl. Mr. Trigger.
Yeah.
This is the BlindViews Trigger Club here. We're calling you on behalf of all the white hats, and we want you to tell us what your behavior was and why did you talk about our boy like that? I mean, why were you so mean to BlindViews?
wasn't mean to him. I get tired of him ragging on people that are begging on YouTube when he does it.
Right. No, I know. I'm just. It was epic. It was epic. I loved every minute of it. It was hilarious.
And it wasn't me, but Old Man Nation hit the nail on the head. He's just jealous that these people beg better than him.
Right. Absolutely.
At the first of the year, he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna step up in the begging game. I'm gonna get memberships. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that." And he didn't follow through.
Right. Yeah, I thought that was pretty epic. I thought that was I shared it twice on Twitter, and I just.
Yeah, I saw where he did a video. A tater must have talked about his door not working.
Yes.
And so he's ragging him about his door that we all knew.
Right. Because I listened to that video when I was in meeting. I had time. It came up, so I popped up. I was like, okay, he's going to say we told you so. I knew he was going to do that. I mean, just pretty much listen to it, Tater. I mean, one thing, if you're a Tater fan, he doesn't. He's supposed to be running around camping. He's not. He's a standalone guy sitting. It's not what he used to do. He's too busy. He's not going from place to place. Like, let's say the over 50 girl was doing that. You know, she was. Let's say she went back. That's what people want to see. That's what they want to see from RVers. When they go someplace for a while, they show you what they do. They pack up and go to another place. Not just sitting there and at someone's over there at someone's place living for free. You know, damn near. You know, hanging out. So. But
and BlindViews let it slip in one of his videos. I don't remember what it was, but he mentioned that him and his wife, she was thinking, do you want to go RVing before you lose your sight? And he was looking into it. Maybe that's the origin of his channel. Is he was watching RVers to get ideas, but then I guess they decided not to do it.
Mark wanted me to pass along to you. He said he did a really good job in that video, so he wanted to pass along to you. I had him on, so we were ripping on Barium exposure. He was whining about me, I guess. He was in a chat room, I guess. He was whining in there about pissing and moaning about me, and no one responded back to him. I guess he was making comments about me in the live chat, and no one said anything to him. So he's all mad that no one pays any attention to him. So.
Yeah, Barium put out a video about you because he was talking about a channel with the dark screen and call the show.
That was that one last.
He was dissing you.
That was last week, right?
That was today.
Oh, he did? Okay.
Yeah.
That's too bad I didn't get a chance to see it. So he put one out. So I know, okay, put another one on. He probably took it down. So what was a dark screen? Because it's a podcast. It's an audio podcast. He doesn't.
I know.
Because I got to upload it from another place. Before it would just be a picture of the Spreaker thing. So that's too bad I didn't get a chance to listen to it.
It's still up, I think.
What does it say?
It's just a Barium exposure. If you just look him up, he did it today.
Okay, I did because I looked before, and it said, what did he say here? It says Sarasota's Tim Bozo, the clown show spin-offs are great.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. I'm glad.
But he talks about you. I don't know how much he really talks about Sarasota Tim.
Oh, good. I'm good. I'm glad. I'm glad he gave me some time. It shows he's triggered. That shows he's triggered. I'm glad that that I get talked about. I'm really happy. Okay, good. I'll go listen to that one. We'll see what it sounds like. That's pretty good. I just stopped to see it, so good. I like it. You know, it's a black screen. This is called a podcast with a reverb and music in the background. Sometimes you call in, sometimes I call you.
Did you ask him to call into the show?
He knows he can call the show. He wouldn't call the show. He wouldn't.
Yeah, because that's what he said. Oh, I don't call in. The last time I called into the show was to Bozo the Clown or something.
He would never call the show. It's the number's out there. It's out there on Spreaker. You can look at. You can call in there. What's his name is called to the show. Called the show. Casey Grits is called the show. He wouldn't call the show. Because I'd eat him up. I'd say, I've made fun of you in videos. I made fun of Mark about dying on their feet, Vice versa. It's like he just doesn't, here's a problem with your boy, Barium exposure. He has very thin skin. He's a beta cock. He's a Nancy boy. And he can't handle it when someone talks about the guy. I've been talked about by lots of people. Okay, and that's the way it goes. You're critical, I'm critical, and you're going to get the kickback. The video you did that was epic, it's the video of the year so far, is that the response, you're making fun of a blind guy. Oh, shut up, man. Shut up. I mean, the response down below are better than the video. You know what I'm saying? They're just, it's what I call that down there? The Polish funnies. All the responses down below on you. I call the chat, the responses down below, the Polish funnies. Because it's
they're giving me shit. He's on welfare, or not welfare, but he's on disability. He doesn't have to be. He chooses to.
Right.
He can work. A blind man climbed Mount Everest. Your brother ran a company.
Yep.
Employed people that could see.
Yep.
Being blind doesn't stop you from working.
I totally agree.
He's choosing to take disability and just sit around.
Correct. Yep. Doesn't want to work.
And that's my opinion. And he says, you don't have to agree with me, so I'm not agreeing with them.
That was an epic video, but the responses down below were just, the white hats came over to piss and moan about it. I thought that was funny as hell. I thought that was funny. But it's just
my point of view. I think he can work. He doesn't have to.
I totally agree.
Have to just sit around and take disability.
I think Barium exposure. I think he threw his wife under the bus. He actually wanted to go see Pat Benatar. I think he used his wife as an excuse to go see Pat Benatar. But
if you want to, I don't care. If you want to see Pat Benatar, go see Pat Benatar.
I know, but he gets all triggered.
Music is okay. I mean,
No, I know. He's just too easy to make fun of. You're low hanging fruit. You look like Santa Claus. I look like I just got out of a homeless shelter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, it is what it is.
Like the Rolling Stones, they're all in their 70s.
Yep. Yeah.
And the dude's almost unable to sing anymore.
Correct. But Barium exposure is just too, because he's so, how he's perceived and taking down videos. He's been a dirty deleter. He's taking down videos. You know what I'm saying? Because the two I commented on, he took them down. When I said, quit your crying, you know what I'm saying? He took them down. So
if you had a trigger score, you would start with Barium exposure because he's the easiest person to trigger.
Well, like I said, I think he's a loner. I don't think he's retired now. He has nothing. He doesn't have a hobby. This is my hobby, is podcasting. Like it or not, we have a reverb here, music in the background. I call my callers. You've come on the show. Mark was just on. I have an NFL podcast. I also make videos for the Adventure Channel, which get whatever. But today me and my wife went and got a tree for the front yard. We went and got one at Menards for $80. Planted the damn tree. And we went for a walk with the dog around the block. I mean, I go to work.
Yeah, it's like when you're a lawyer and the party on the other side of the divorce says they don't like you. It's like you're not supposed to. In fact, if you like me, I'm not doing my job.
Exactly.
So, I mean, you miss the people hating you. You're on one side or the other. And
right.
You should get upset. You should not like me.
Right. Yeah.
I'm doing what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah. Those responses are down below are epic. They're the best. They're the best of the best. They're the best. But anyways, what's for dinner tonight with the lovely wife in Illinois?
We are going to get pizza at a bar so I can watch the Game 7 of the Maple Leafs.
I know. It's your club. I'll jump on the bandwagon because I have no problem with Florida losing because I do like Toronto because they're one of the original sixes, So I have no problem with them winning. Did you see what they did in Game 5, throwing sweaters out on the ice when they lost? Did you see that? They littered the ice with all kinds of stuff when they lost in Game 5.
I don't know if you would be a true hockey fan in Florida.
I'm sorry, what?
Can you be a true hockey fan in Florida? I don't know. I guess.
No, a lot of them, they're it's like in there, no one's from Florida. It's a bunch of retirees. Like Tampa, the Tampa Rays, no one cares about the baseball team. Hockey, they're winning right now, so it's the it ticket. You know what I'm saying? It's the it ticket. Unlike Chicago, guess what? People still go. Minnesota, they go to the games, right? It's a hockey town in Chicago. Here in Minnesota, Philadelphia, Boston, you get my money. Edmonton, you know, they love their team. But Florida right now, it's because they won last year, and I get it. I mean, I've been down to the arena. It's nice down there in Sunrise.
Yeah.
I've been there. It's beautiful. But it's, you know, they don't really care unless they're winning. Right now, Dallas is the cat's meow because they're going to go to the Western Finals 3 years in a row. You know, other than that, they don't care about the Stars because right now football's in full season. And Pumpkin Bowl. So I know how. I've been to Dallas. The Cowboys and high school and college football rule the world in that town. They have a whole section for football in that town. When you want the sports section, football and basketball, and then NHL's in the very back. So it's I mean, there's people that move. It's like Las Vegas. No one's from Vegas. It's like LA. No one really cares about the Cockers, the Rams, and football. They don't care. You know,
because the guy in my comments are like, "Come on, Blackhawks aren't in it. Be a Maple Leafs fan," and I'm like, "Yeah, why not?"
No, you can.
I'm like, I always like the Maple Leafs.
There's nothing wrong with being a bandwagon rider. When your team's out, you pick a horse until you finally get down the final two. Okay, who are you going to pick? You know, I do it all the time. When my Blackhawks were out, she goes, "Who you pick?" And I go, "I'm taking Florida." I was taking them Winnipeg this year. Guess what? They're down to 1 now. But I have no problem. But tonight, the pressure's on the Maple Leafs to win because it's at home. There's no pressure on Florida tonight. Florida just got to come in and say, "Guess what? It's a Super Bowl, 1 game only." So the pressure's on the Maple Leafs to win at home tonight. Period. Because they'll burn that place to the ground. Let's say Florida wins like 4-1, they'll be pissed. If they embarrass them tonight, they'll be pissed. So the pressure's on Toronto. Period tonight.
I remember one year the Blackhawks were playing the Maple Leafs, and it's such a hockey town that there's people that can't get tickets that are outside the building. So when they'd score, something would happen. They'd switch to the outdoor camera, and all the fans would be outside.
I'd love to go with you to a Montreal game to watch the Blackhawks. It'd be fun to go to let's say the Blackhawks would play Toronto, Montreal, and you drive. That'd be so fun to watch in both arenas, the Blackhawks in either one of those arenas. That'd be fun. You know,
but one time the Blackhawks, you know, they'd go out. The Blackhawks scored, and they went to the outdoor cam, and everybody's like, "Boo, boo!" And there's this girlfriend like, "Whoa!" You know, she doesn't know,
right?
And it was just hilarious.
Well, I tell you what, I got to get going. We're going to have our turkey, and I appreciate you taking my call. Again, I'll tell you right now, great video you did. You died on your feet, and I appreciate you telling it is what it is. So I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Enjoy the game 7 tonight, okay? We'll talk to you along the way, okay?
All right, we'll see you.
All right, there he goes, Karl, with a K, Santa Claus, out there. We always appreciate him coming on the show. It's always fun to have Mark on the podcast. And we appreciate everybody out there. Yahoo, man, I did not have sexual relations with that woman, Miss Lewinsky. Yahoo. So we always appreciate everybody out there. Men and women in the armed forces. We appreciate you guys very, very much. Starting the beaches, the Air Force, the Army, and the Marines, the Navy, the Merchant, National Guard, Coast Guard. You know, everything so much through this country. Without you, we have nothing at all. 1 and 2, forgotten, Vietnam, all the wars out there that are constantly a problem. Make good choices. Don't run with poor people. Don't drink and drive. Safe sex issue, throw a pill to a cherry patch. That's all we're asking. Put a condom on, prevent on, 100 pregnancies. You know, your choice. If you want to run with poor people, you can be poor. People that hurt their wives, that's gonna happen. So please, behave yourselves. That's all we're asking, okay? So that's all we have to ask is just behave yourselves, all right? All right, man. Yahoo. Have a good week, man. It's Bill Clinton. I did not have sexual relations with that woman, Miss Lewinsky. Yahoo, man. You guys are the best in the world, man. We appreciate it very, very much. So anyways, you guys, ladies and gentlemen, Fear-Mongering Radio comes out on Monday on the 19th. Hope you enjoyed the show. Ladies and gentlemen, we are out.